Hey, welcome again to Cars, Golf, and Cigars. I'm your man, Don Sterling. Today, let's have a cigar conversation, and let's talk about this new 400Z, new 2020 prototype they coming out with. I figured I might as well give y'all a conversation about it, since I'm part of Z Nation and I'm a Z owner. So I'm gonna do the whole review from my car, from my Z, my 1994 300ZX. Let's talk about the history of the company. Let's talk about the mystique of the car. Let's get right into it. Hey, welcome back to Cars, Golf, and Cigars. I'm your man, Don Sterling. Like I said before, this episode is going to be all about the new, let's call it the new 400Z. Some people might call it the Z35. The 2021 Z car, all right? It's been a long time, almost 10 years since we've had a new Z. So me being a part of Z Nation, me being a Z owner, as you see, we're sitting in my Z32 right now. I figured the only place to do this review or preview is in my Z, all right? So also today, we're gonna burn this right here. This Romeo and Julieta, 1875 Connecticut, all right? This is, I know it has a certain blends, a few blends. Like I said, I'm not a tobaccoist, but this is definitely Nicaragua and Dominican Republic, and I think Honduras. If I'm incorrect, somebody tell me. But while we're talking about the new Z, I figure we might as well have a cigar conversation at the same time. So let's burn it up and let's get started. That's a real smooth pull. That's a smooth pull, man. Right off the top, that's a smooth pull. One of the things I could tell, since this is a Connecticut, but not all Connecticut, so don't let me base it just on this. The actual leaf of this is thin. It's a thin leaf. It's not veiny, anything like that. So since it's so thin, it actually feels like it could crumble at any moment, at any time. That's how it feels, you know. That's how it feels. But we'll talk more about this in a second. So stick with me. 400Z, 300ZX, Z32, Z35, whatever you want to call it. We're going to get into it in a quick second while you take a few minutes to look at a couple of these pictures of the new Z. Let me know what you think. Welcome back. Right now we're trying to get through the first third of the stick. I could automatically tell this could be a daily. It's not too heavy. It's not too heavy at all, but it doesn't feel as, I like cigars that's structured a certain way. You know what I mean? This feel like I could break it anytime, you know. All cigars are fragile, right? But some of them just don't feel like they're so, like, this feels fragile. Like, even though it's sturdy, but it doesn't, it just feels like the leaf is a little thin for my taste, right off the top. But the pull is great. Yeah. The pull is good. Absolutely. But everybody knows Romeo and Julieta, they've been around, what? Damn near 20 years, maybe more than that, maybe 25 years. The brand is known forever. There's not a cigar lounge in the country you can go to that don't carry this particular brand. I'll let y'all know how I feel about it personally, and y'all can make up your own minds when y'all pick up a few for yourselves, all right? Also, shout out to everybody from Atlanta Cigar Week. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, man. Henry Stokes, his whole team. I'm sorry I'm leaving a few of you out, but the whole team. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to everybody that was at Cigar City Club. Julius Bolton, the owner, everybody. Now let's get back into this Z. The biggest thing for me is this. I've been a Z fan, and this is all just coming from my perspective, my opinion. I've been a Z fan since I was a kid, man. I'm talking about 15, 16 years old. So it's not too many of them that I dislike, okay? I'm talking about when they was Datsun. All right, when the first Datsun 240 came out, which I think was in, I might be off, but I think I want to say 78, 1978, somewhere around there, maybe 76. All the way up to the Datsun 240, to the 260, to the 280. Then we got into the fourth generation, which was the 300ZX, which that's what we're in now, which basically was a manufacturer, came out between 1990 and 1996. It's when this car was in full development. And this one here that I own, this is a naturally aspirated V6. Doesn't have a lot of horsepower. It's right around 280, 285 horsepower. I haven't done any engine mods to it, but you can definitely get 400 horses out of this car. You can get 5. You know, it depends on what you want to do. If you really go mod crazy and intake crazy and everything like that, that's not really my plan, but follow the channel and you'll see. Now, there's no Z that they're coming out with. They call it a Z prototype. It's not a prototype. It's really going to happen. It's not a concept. This car will be on the street. Let me just go into what I don't like first. And then we'll go into the stuff I do like. It's obvious that they've mixed, and they should. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but the design for it is obvious that they mixed the 240Z and they try to mix it with the 300 and a little bit of the 350 and a little bit of the 370. Now, the powertrain on this vehicle is going to come from the Q60 Infiniti. So basically, it's going to share damn near the same engine as the Q60 Infiniti with some more balls to it. All right, let's keep it like that. So if you really want to know what kind of power you're looking at for 2020-21, it's going to be somewhere around 400 horsepower. They haven't given out all the specifics on the specs, but somewhere around 400 horsepower. Let's just assume it's going to do between 0 and 60 and 4.3, 4.5. Let's just assume that, because it does come with a 6-speed manual, which is absolutely great. Also, it comes with a 5-speed automatic. Depends on who you are. If you get a Z, you got to get the manual. My opinion, I ain't knocking nobody who got the manual, you know what I mean, got the automatics, but you should have got the manual. Okay, so what I don't really like so far. Number one, the prototype color that they're putting out is not the color that I think is going to help this car sell. That like lime greenish, yellowish type color. I really want to see more colors in the car. I know they will have them, but I personally think they could have went differently when it comes to what they first threw out to the public when they did their unveiling, their virtual unveiling online. They really should have really just, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to say to keep it like everybody else do, the reds and the you know, the all white and stuff like that to catch the eye. But I would say give it something that's going to make it 2021. Give it a little futuristic, you know, a little metallic purple, you know, something to make people go, wow, wow. So that's one of the things. I'm not happy about that color, but you can spec it out however you want it whenever you get your allocation for it. Now, the headlights on it. What I like about my 1994 and also 1990s Zs is the fact that they use real glass on the headlights. There's no plastic there. So these new headlights, even though what they did was they try to make the headlights look a little bit like the older 240, 260 lights and mixed it with like a 300 Z light, I'm not really feeling that. I think they could have. This is probably one of the last Zs they're going to make. So therefore, I think they should have went a little bit more further out when it came to doing things like the glass. But the glass costs more money. So I know it costs more money to make the car the way I would want it. But I'm not happy on how they designed the headlights. Now, yeah, I'm still happy about this Romeo and Julieta, Connecticut though. excuse me, this is true. This is good. This is real good. Now, this is a daily. This is a daily smoke right here. You can buy this, get this by the pack by the 20. Romeo and Julieta, holla at your boy. 20 pack right here. You could do this you could do this twice a day. This one right here, this is a twice a day stick. Now, what else I do not like about it? And once again, it's just my opinion. But I'm an avid Z person, so my opinion counts. All right? And the opinion of all the audience from Cars, Golf, and Cigars count. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to leave y'all comments below and let me know what y'all think. But now, also about what I'm not really fond of. Is the length of it. I still think it's too short. It's the main reason why I didn't like the 350. It's the main reason why I didn't like the 370. Not saying that my Z32 is so much longer, you know, on than the other ones, but it's just, to me, it's just a much more comfortable car, you know. I'm not a small dude. I need space, you know, and I love the T-top. You know, I love the T-top. I love the fact that the Z32, the 90s, is just, the seats are just so plush and comfortable. It's, you know, it may not give you that 100% race car feeling because I know where they're going with it. I know where they're going with it. But I don't think it's going to be as comfortable. And I never wanted to get a 350. I could have got 3 350s. I turned them all down. I just never liked driving in them. I felt claustrophobic in them. The 370 is a little better. But it's still, it's a to each his own thing. But I personally feel if they're going to compete with the new Corvette, and that's what you're competing with, you're not even competing with the new Supra. The Supra came, the Supra's gone. Let's just be honest about it, all right? It didn't do what Toyota thought it was going to do. It really didn't, especially because the Supra is really a Z4. It's sitting on a Z4 frame from BMW, and it's BMW all inside the car. But you're competing with, really, Chevy. The Corvette that's what you're competing with because the price points for this car should be around 40, probably topping out at the high 53s, 55s, once you do everything to it that you could possibly do. But you're competing with Corvette. Now, I'm going to prove to you how I know you're competing with Corvette, Nissan, because you are using a 285/19 wide-body tire in the back. That is the only tire that Corvette uses on their vehicle, on the new ones. You are absolutely competing with Corvette. So if you're going to compete with Corvette, you got to step it up a little bit when it comes to that new Vet. I just think the new Z, the way it's designed, I know it's trying to keep it within the generations, but I think they should have went a little bit crazy with it. They should have did a mid-engine or a rear engine. Do something crazy with it where you're starting a brand new collectible. Like these right here, the 90s 300Zs and the Z32s, these are collectibles now. I actually saw somebody selling their Z, I don't know if they was in Florida or what have you. It was a 1990 naturally aspirated, not even a twin turbo, naturally aspirated V6, but mint condition with maybe like 12,000 miles, original miles on it for 30 grand. And people ask me why I'm never selling my 1994. This is never going anywhere. I got other cars. This one ain't leaving. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a collector's item. It's an item that appreciates in value. And I think the customer wants things that's going to appreciate. Another reason why Corvette did so well is because they created another vehicle that would appreciate. They created a collectible. That new Z8, that's a collectible. That's a collectible, man. That's why everybody went so crazy for it, because they decided to step out the box and do their design completely different while still keeping it in that family. Nissan is so innovative when they came out with the Z, the Project Z, in the 60s actually. So innovative. It was so ahead of their time when they came out with the Datsun. But I think they hold themselves back with this one. And like I said, they're not doing another Z after this, in my opinion. It took 10 years to get the new one. Don't expect another one after this for a while. if they do it again. You got to be more creative with your design now. I think it should be more aggressive. It's a smooth looking vehicle. It's very smooth. It looks almost like a polished Porsche almost, you know, but it needed to be just a little bit more aggressive from the manufacturer. I don't want to see how aggressive it's going to look once guys get to it and they do all their mods to it and change all the fenders and everything. Now, mind you, let's be honest, they did a good work on it. You know, the rear diffuser is all carbon fiber. The splitter in the front is all carbon fiber. They took some time and they put some quality materials into it. But I do feel the design of it should have been a little longer and it should have been a little wider. And they have to come out with a convertible. So they don't come out with a convertible, they shooting themselves in the foot because the car is still, technically, it's still small, you know? So now the other part to it is this. It's a V6. It's coming to you in a V6. I haven't heard anything, and I got my ears to the concrete. I haven't heard anything from Nissan talking about how they're going to make this car V8. Not that they need to in this day and time. Everybody's not going towards the V8s, but this particular vehicle needs to have it where that engine could be stepped all the way up. It's coming to you as a twin turbo V6. It's definitely going to have power. It's definitely going to be fun to drive. But there are people out there who want that other when it comes to the engine. And you got to be able to provide that. They will pay the 60 grand for the super twin whatever V8. They will pay for it. They really will. Because they know if you make that a V8 option and you make it only in manual and you make it only, and if they ever did a mid-engine or a rear engine, oh my God, forget about it. I've been wanting to buy another Z, another generation. I might think about getting the 370, but I would only get it in a convertible. And I'm not really a big convertible person, but I would only get it in a convertible because I still think the car is just not, this is a wide body Z. That one is not wide to me. It's probably hella fun to drive, but it's not wide enough for me where I feel like I could just be a grown man in that joint and not feel uncomfortable. Now we'll talk about what I do like about the Z, the new one. What I do like about this cigar right here, look at this ash, man. Do y'all see this? That's a nice ash. Go ahead, Romeo and Julieta, 1875 Connecticut, Reserve Real. Yeah, this is all right. What I do like, without question, is the interior. I do like the tech on it. It does have a 12-inch info system. It has two screens. That's 12-inch. The cluster is 12-inch. The info system in the middle of the console is 12-inch. It is superb. It is 100% beautiful inside that car. And they didn't overdo it too much. They still kept it where it still looks a little bit like the 370. It still has a lot of the functions as a 370. You get cup holders. In my 1994, there's no cup holders in this car at all. So I do appreciate the fact that they took their time tech-wise to make that car something that people are going to have a good time in because it's a long-distance sports vehicle. You can drive that car for a while. You want to be as comfortable as possible. You know, you want to be in your car. You want to just have everything at your fingertips. You know, I'm a simple guy. You know, I want to do a lot of voice commands. I'm starting to get older. I'm starting to do, don't tell nobody, cruise control. You know, I'm a simple guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see that they took the time out to really make the specs of the inside of the vehicle very, very pleasant and not overly done where it's confusing to you, but something that once you get inside that car, you're like, damn, man, this is nice. This is real nice. What else I do like about the car, I love the fact that they're going with their own brand of wheel and their own brand of tire. I think that's an upgrade. I love the Nissan tire. I love the whole logo of everything, how they've done it. I think that's a major upgrade. And I do like the third brake light in the back. I think that's a great design. Absolutely great design for a vehicle, man. Now, from what I could tell, it only comes in a hardtop, so they're going to have to do a convertible. It would be great if they made it in a T-top again and brought the T-top back. But I understand they probably won't. I get it. But it would be great if they did. Also, what I do like is the fact that they're making another Z. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what it does for people like myself. The fact that they're actually creating another one after 10 years brings my car up in value. And if you're a Z owner, especially if it's not all mod out and it's sort of like factory stock, it just makes your car go up in value. That's what I like about it. It's helping all the people that have these cars, that preserve these cars. Their cars are going up in value just because of that car. Next year, this car, the car that I'm in right now, is still worth more money than I've put into it. If I wanted to get rid of it today, I would make a profit. I'm not, but I could. Next year it's going to go up in value, and it's going to be worth more than what it was right now today. So I like the fact of the economy going up for these cars, for the nostalgia of these vehicles, because they're not making anymore. It took 10 years to get this new one. I hope it becomes a collectible. I hope I'm absolutely incorrect about certain things and it just goes all the way to the top. But I feel that, oh, one more thing before I go, because I almost messed up my thought. What else I do like the points, I do like the price points on it. I think it's definitely going to come out at a fair price point between 40 and 50 grand. It will probably go down in value in 2 years. Of course, it depends on how used you get it. But I do like the price point. It's affordable. It's an affordable, real sports car. But, like I said, I got to go back to the negatives. You're competing, honestly, with the new Corvette. You got to step it up in design, and you got to step it up on that engine. That's just me. But besides that, leave the comments below. Let me know what you think. All right? I absolutely recommend this Romeo and Julieta, 1875 Connecticut. Definitely. Absolutely. If you get a chance, pick up one of these right here. Let them all know that Kadon Sterling sent you from Cars, Golf, and Cigars right here on the YouTube channel. And like I said, man, the merchandise is here. The YouTube channel, the merchandise, the lifestyle. All right? I appreciate you watching. Tell everybody about us. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Definitely hit that like button. And keep watching. All right? The next review is coming up. We got more stuff going on right here with the 1994 300ZX. We got more stuff going on with the 1998 740 IL BMW. And my Mercedes is back. It's in the garage right behind me. You can't see it. Well, my other car's in front of me. I'm going to have to get another place to put some cars. I really do. I'm going to have to, because there's another car coming that I didn't tell y'all about, because I'm trying to make it a surprise. But either way, cars, golf, and cigars. I'm your man, Kadon Sterling. I thank y'all so much for watching.